In this video I'm going to show you how to change the menu tabs, the appearance of them. In this case we're going to change the font, the style of the font, and the actual size, and the color and the hover cover as well. So what you see here, which is just the default from the installer wizard, is going to change to what we want. Okay, so we'll go over to the back end, and we're in the control panel here, the central control panel for Vortex. And we just go to menu buttons, and in menu buttons we'll see the current settings, which is Georgia font, 16 pixel size font, and then the text color for the actual text, the name of the tab, and then the hover color, which is currently white, and then these colors here determine the actual button itself, the tab itself. So we're going to change all of those things and have it looking much different than it is now. So the first thing I'm going to do is change the font, and there's a variety of fonts here. I'm just trying to think which one I might like the best. We'll try that one, Tahoma, and I'm going to increase the size of the font, say to 20 point, and save the changes, go back, have a look, refresh the page. Okay, so you can see it's changed, the size has changed. Yeah, I quite like the font. We might just try something else. Let's just see comic, see what that looks like. Okay, now what I can do here to compare the two is I can open the home page in a new tab, so I've got them side by side. So there we go. You can see if I switch between the two tabs, that's the Tahoma font, and that's the Comic Sans font. So yeah, I'm not sure which one to have. I might go with the comic, actually. I think that could be pretty good, and I can always change it later, so no problem. And I want it even bigger than that, maybe say 28 size. So let's just save the changes and have a look how that looks. We'll just refresh this page here and we should be able to see that increase. Yeah, that's increased in size, and that's good. Okay, so what's happened is the actual CSS, the styling for the tab, the actual background, has stretched out, but the Q there has just gone over the edge, which is fine. That's kind of a nice kind of effect anyway. So now I just want to change the color. I want to change the hover color, and I want to change the background color. So let's have a look at doing that. Okay, so I want the background to be darker. I'll probably still stay with the blue kind of color, but a lot richer, so say something like that. And the top, well, let's say something. You have to make sure that if you want to see a contrast, a visible contrast, that there's quite a distinct contrast between the two. So that'll do. And this one here, I want to make that quite bright, actually. So we might kind of go for that kind of color there. And let's just have a look how that looks. Okay, so that should change that quite a bit in appearance. And there it is. Okay, that's looking good. But of course the white stands out better than the charcoal color now, so I need to change the color of the font itself, and I just want to change the background color, make it a little bit lighter so it stands out a little bit more. Okay, so what we're going to do is go here, and we're just going to make that quite a bit lighter, and then we're going to change this to, well, I think we'll have that on white. And this one here we might have, like, say something like that, and see how that looks. Okay, so just hit refresh. Right, okay. Yeah, that's changed it again. Not exactly what I'm after, but I can play around with that and get that looking more to what I'm kind of aiming at, which I'm not sure exactly what that is right now, but as you can see, you can play around with that, and there's quite a lot of scope. So you can have the buttons looking smaller, you can have them looking larger, you can change the font, you can change the actual hover color, the backgrounds and the borders, and make sure that your buttons reflect the style and the coloring of your overall site. So that's how that's done. Okay, and there's just one other thing here which you may have seen. Enable menu buttons for all pages, sub-pages only, which means don't show on the home page or never. They're the global settings, and and of course whatever you put in here will affect the whole site, but you can actually override that in the pages. If we go to a page, for instance, so we'll go to a page here, and if I go to the About page and I go to the Vortex page options, which is here, Vortex layout options here. Okay, and you'll see here where it says hide top menu bar from this page. So if I don't want to show the buttons on that particular page, I can selectively just check that box and save, and it will ensure that the menu buttons do not appear on that page. So regardless of what is in the global settings in the control panel, you can control the showing and not showing of the menu tabs on each individual page, and that's a really handy feature to have. You probably find that very useful in building your sites. Okay, so thanks for joining me on this video. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye.